Howdy.
Looks like I'm not getting rid of you anytime soon, am I?
Troublemakers?
Is there trouble I can deal with?
Yeah. Izzy's an older ghoul among the Anarchs. Got big ideas. She set up a den on top of the Goddard building. Can you deal with her?
I will find them. I will speak to you again.
Okay. Well, we know what the quest is anyway. And we've got another one at the bar. Am I going? Oh, yes, I'm going too far, in fact. Okay. Maybe I have to go around the corner. Ah, yes. Yeah, this is the classy place.
Welcome, welcome. What do you need? My prince has instructed me to help you recover your old skills. I am, of course, at your disposal. Since I have you, I wanted to raise an environmental issue. I assume, like me, you've been outraged by the scrawls left on our civic architecture by the Anarchs.
Painful.
Since you're now part of Ryong's cleanup crew, I'd like them removed. The garish graffitos, erased, deleted.
People are there.
If you happen to do the same to their artists, then it's only what they deserve.
Answer. Okay.
I would be happy to. Symbols have power.
Well, well. You're sharp, aren't you? The Anarchs believe they're staking a claim, and the more the scum believe it, the harder it is to scrape them off.
I need your knowledge of the Ventru bloodline.
Interesting, interesting. Let us try, shall we?
Been true. Okay. Terminal decree, possession, resilience, mass manipulation, and cloud memory. I need lots of blood resonance. How can I not have any in those other two areas? That just seems so unlikely. Because I feed quite a bit.
Have a pleasant night, Fletcher.
So is that why I was here? Kill Izzy at the Goddard building. And go to sleep. And deliver a package. Oh, it's at Weaver Tower. Okay. All right. But why couldn't I go out the front door? not exactly very visible. Okay. I think we'll start with Weaver Tower. Well, no anarchs in the lobby this time. Elevator working? Oh, sure is. Much better. Hmm. Selected financial periodicals. An assortment of articles barely touched and shuffled off to the side of the couch. Entitlement Weekly, 50 Most Daring Business Moguls of All Time. Capitalist Circular, an interview with self-made magnate Campbell. I built my empire from nothing. All I had was gumption, grit, and a small loan of a few $1,000,000. Entrepreneur Extra, Sleep is for the Dead. Advice from the founder of .geo Futures. Well, any of these doors actually open? Hmm. Okay. Did I somehow miss her in the lobby? Aha. Yes, we've been here. I don't think this has us any closer. I only saw one active floor. Ah,
This is for you.
What? Oh. Let's hope the old woman can do what she promised.
okay. And there's the atrium again. Okay.
Oh, shit!
No. Just don't make me come down there. Can't believe I was on the phone, you fuck! Stay away, hey, leave me alone. Police!
Okay. So... don't have any of that. A little bit of the purple. Okay. So where was that graffiti? Is that what I need to remove? I'm not sure what the method is for that. Kill Izzy. It seems so straightforward how they put it. I didn't think I'd be going through the front door. Evening, officer. Well, that was a fail. Gonna climb up that? Nope. Probably the best thing. Now, here we go. Here. Oh. She's got friends.
Got you! I need help!
Okay, where is everyone? So it sounds like she's still alive.
Don't hide! I want to keep playing with you! I need help!
Fucking kill it.
Don't be scared. I'll be ready. Ah! You're mine now! People around.
What's that?
Really?
Ah, piece of shit.
Better see what it is.
How many are left?
Nothing here.
One.
Around here somewhere.
Shit me!
That dealt with Anda's troublemaker. Nice work.
Guess that was everybody. Nope. Still got more people here.
Jesus! Fuck!
Okay. I think that was all of them. Suddenly lots of people around, including this person. Believe it or not, I'm fine. Around this corner? No, that would be too convenient.
Want to unwrap your present? It's my dick. Please, don't hurt me.
Is it the color?
Okay. So we've taken out. Whoops. Oops. That looks like Gallery Noir. Okay. So we need to go back to... Well, we need to go to the hole in the wall, I believe. And we need to go to the glacier. So, opposite direction. Take a left. Probably the big sign that says hotel. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're supposed to deal with the graffiti. All right.
Fire. I hear you're doing good work out there.
So she just keeps giving me people to take out.
Is there trouble I can deal with?
I'm waiting on word from upstairs. Check in later?
Have a good night.
Okay. I believe it was hole in the wall. Wake the dead. Wake the Dead was... We'll see. I like the logo. Yeah, that's the place. Hiya.
How do you fare on this dreadful night? Oh, I hear Miss Pierce was satisfied with her present. Thank you, Fire.
You have something for me to do?
Not tonight, but I will certainly need your help later on.
Enjoy your night.
I don't know if we have anything more to discuss. Guess not. Okay. So I believe that it's time to call it a night. At least it's time for me to call it a night. No idea what Fabien has in mind. I now know where that graveyard is.
Balance.
Spare a dollar? Really appreciate some help. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Well, it's an education to watch you work. You have a knack for treating folks the way they want to be treated. Some might call that buttering up, but I call it prudence. Social lubrication.
Carefully laid words gain more than bluster.
Oh, I get it, I do. I think this town could use a sheriff who listens before they punch. We've done our share of legwork tonight, that's certain. You want to work the notes, both high and low?
How about Lou?
Helping to feed Lou was not something I expected when I woke up.
Some might call it a come down, but there's a passel of weight in being a waiter. Folks treat you as furniture, and no one cares what shares here.
Lou may not be Prince, but she is the authority here in Seattle. If I am to discover more about this mark, or what happened to us both, I need her on my side.
Well, seems she's taken a shine to you, so that's a check for the list.
Let's talk about Sophia.
Sophia is interesting. So attached to her ghoul. It is not usual.
Sophia's always been scatterbrained. Used to hang around with my sire. Maybe my bloodline rubs off on some. I like her, though. Reminds me of more innocent times. And we both love getting our fangs into a good puzzle.
I enjoy her interest.
I find that she is a pleasant diversion. She digs up my older memories.
Hey, if it floats the USS Fire, then I won't pass comment, but some memories are maybe best kept buried.
Indeed. I know a bit more about how Katsumi and the Anarchs operate in Seattle.
You do? A little that even opened my eyes. I'd not known her arrangement with Benny. Caught between court and rabble and has been for a while. Seems to be steering the course for the best. And owes you a favor, which is not a thing to be sniffed at.
I have met others like her in the past, capable of greatness should they desire it.
Maybe if the court wasn't looking to wipe her and her allies out, she might consider it.
It is good to discuss these things, but it is time to rest.
Sleep well then, Fire. Let's hope for a day without dreams.
And we happily crawl into bed for the day.
Well, hello there, buddy. I, did what you said. I woke up.
They set their feet upon the sod. Their lips split parched, their belly dry. Sweet succulence upon the vine, a sovereign full specified.
That's nice and all, but I have questions. Can you tell me your name?
Do I take you from your time, truth seeker? Do I interrupt your sleep?
I'm more interested in who you are.
They say trouble comes in pairs, detective.
Huh. That's a truth.
They say trouble comes in pairs.
And let me tell you, this one was tight-laced and had a vicious tongue.
A deep sleeper? A goddamn deep sleeper? It is 8 o'clock at night and I've been standing out here for an hour. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your me time, Mr. Detective, but someone wants to kill me and no one seems to care.
Are you what they call a femme fatale?
Why you, though? I mean, you don't fit the mold for being sleepless in a Seattle body bag, if you pardon my saying so. Now, if your eyes were an inch closer together, or you owned a dog named Sven, or delighted in crunching on kettle chips in an art house movie theater, then maybe I could see it. Are any of those things true, Miss,
What? No, and I'm Verona. Just Verona. What the heck are you talking about? You are a detective, right? Look, it's real simple. I'm going through my purse and I find a goddamn death threat and this freaky looking sword thing.
Oh, I need those.
Now that is interesting. A death threat and a decoration. Might I see them, Miss Verona?
That's why they sent me to you. I showed the officer at the desk. He said you'd help. Look, I went out last night with the girls, went through my purse for my keys this morning, and there they were. The letter, the cross thing, were there last night, and honest, this has got me shook up, Detective. Real shook up.
Oh, then you just let old Fabien take a look-see. See what shakes out.
Not much information. Okay, Cross of St. James, a decorative metal cross weathered with a sharp point on one end. That shape was sometimes called the Cross of St. James. I'd seen it in the 2020s at Pandora's death, but also back in the old days, each time at a murder scene.
Now this was familiar.
Is that the wrong cross? Is it different from the others I'm collecting? Can I not leave? Spirit's Touch.
Hello there, my
little parchment pal. You got words to spill?
I am a death threat detective. That is my sole purpose, and all that you will get from me.
Yeah, you smell funny.
That's quite a perfume you have there. Tangy, bitter, late nights and morning regrets.
Now, listen. I had to endure degradations to bear my message, you know. Dragged through smoke-filled dens, spattered with malt beer. Ugh.
Huh. So Miss Verona picked you up in a bar, then?
How dare you? Yeah, yes, I suppose so.
Good quality paper, but I see a few marks.
The finest thick cardstock as befits my role as a harbinger of doom. A few marks, I'll grant you, but I was folded very carefully. But then, alas, unceremoniously crammed into a purse filled with whatever junk the youngsters feel a need to carry. Not to mention the clear imprint I endured from the metal ornament that was my companion in travel.
The Cross of St. James. Pandora and cigarettes, sure, but is still scratching at the armor of my think tank trying to get in.
Might I hazard a guess, Detective? Was there not a case back when you were young? The gutter press called it the Rebar Killer.
No, so there was. But that was a long time ago. That case is cold as a corpse. Or I thought it was. Many thanks, Loquacious Letter. I'll talk to my boss, Benny. See if something is getting reheated.
Of course, Detective. Remember that one should always put one's stock in the paperwork.
Now that's a truth. The SPD do love to fill their filing cabinets. I should rattle a few drawers too, see if any old bones fall out. Nice choice of font and layout. A little fancy?
Why, yes. The seriousness of a matter is often best conveyed by a touch of formality.
Right.
Just to make it clear there'll be no messing around. And you see, I come from a quality printer. No smudging of ink or any little black lines, which is, of course, the minimum standard in a well-phrased ultimatum.
Ha! Of course. Well, thank you, mysterious missive. I gotta blow the dust off the Rebar Killer case and grill our girl about her favorite hangouts. Message received and understood. The Rebar Killer. I'd heard that name many years before. If I remembered it right, in our world, he was Santiago, a hunter of kindred. What did that have to do with Verona?
Did we just have a conversation with a sheet of paper? And was it a better conversation than we had with our would-be vampire? Life is so odd.
The folks would have stashed Verona in interrogation. I figured I should visit, since I did have questions for her.
Okay, so on the one hand, she's free to just come walk into the office. On the other hand, she's stashed in interrogation. So apparently that little trick with the talking to evidence trick or whatever it is only works in certain situations. Got it? Okay. So I was invited into this room to do absolutely nothing. Okay. Maybe that's the whole point of this. This is the classic fruitless search. Can't think of a better way to describe it. Ah, the interrogation room, and there she is. Okay. Well, she's not exactly locked up, is she? All right, let's chat.
Any news, Detective? You've caught him, right?
The law takes its sweet time, Miss Verona, but it makes the dessert all the sweeter.
You were at a bar?
From the letter, I deduce you were in a bar last night, right?
Well, I did say I was out with the girls. Being honest, it's kind of a blur. But if you're gonna tell me I wrote the letter myself, I will not believe you.
Oh, I'm certain you couldn't do that, even sober. Some of these words are multisyllabic.
Well, exactly. But anyway, we had fun. We hit up a few places, the usual, you know. Oh God, I didn't text any of the girls to let them know I got home. And I'm out of charge. Now I know there's a killer, but I need to go.
Yeah, the same friends who watched your purse?
These friends of yours, are they the same ones who let a stranger violate the inner sanctum of your purse? Trust me, you are much better off here. And remember, our coffee is free of charge.
All right.
Well, all right, fine. At least you have Wi-Fi.
So I'm told. Plus, this frees me to focus on locating your tormentor and putting him safely behind bars. Strong, unbendable iron bars, which he is unlikely to be able to use in any kind of murder attempt.
What?
Never mind.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Do you recall which dens of dissolution you visited? Bar chits, bills, outstanding tabs?
Why, Detective? Do I look like a girl who has to pay for her own drinks? Let me think. There were a couple of dives, but we were trying to get into the fancy places too. I guess we started off at the Glacier for cocktails, but I think we were gonna try and get into the Macomb later. We heard it's real exclusive. Like they don't even have a list. The bouncer knows you by sight.
Until later, Miss Verona.
Okay. Well, we know both those places, so that's helpful.
Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. And then there's the criminals, of course.
So it looks like we finally have a reason to go to the Dutchman, which up until now has just been a curiosity. Oh, isn't this festive? Okay, looks like this time we're not going to be harassed on the way out the door. Well, maybe we still are. Do I owe you any money? He doesn't want to talk.
Well, look who crawled out of their pit. What happened to the alarm clock Smithy got you?
It was a mite overzealous. I traded it to a buddy for an Everly Brothers single and a 1978 World Almanac.
Of course you did. You need something?
What's up?
What's spinning, Wheeler?
You need new material, buddy. Nothing much, though. Fender benders, drunks, and me catching up on my backlog.
Season 3 of High School Detective?
Yeah. Just got to where Tammy has a run-in with the study buddies. Hell of a plot twist.
Yeah, where do we keep cold
Where do we
cases?
keep the cold cases? I'm looking for something that's probably in the deep freeze.
What's on your mind?
You ever heard of the rebar killer?
Huh. Yeah, right. My grandpappy talked about that one. He was on the force back in the day. Mob hits, something like that. They'll still be in the file room, though, just buried deep. Take a ball of string, you're liable to get lost in there.
Oh, don't worry. Me and the records department have an understanding.
Sure, I'll bite. Any gossip?
Any hot precinct gossip?
Your boss is in a good mood.
Good news.
That is news. Any idea what's ringing Benny's bell?
Who can say? Maybe a kitten died or an orphanage burned down.
I'm
Later.
on the case. Catch you later.
Take it easy.
Okay. Well, this seems less interesting than going to the bar. Records.
I had an agreement with Bob. He would ignore all my requests and I'd never ask him for anything. I'd do my own research. I found that asking the cabinets real nicely would make all the difference.
Well, that seems to be the drawer we want, but I don't seem to be able to do anything with it. Strange. Very strange. I have this very obvious click here, but nothing happens. Very peculiar. Well, I guess we'll look that up later.
Cold night. I decided to visit a few places Verona might have stumbled out of.
Yeah, I think we'll start by going straight west. Is that this way? Not exactly.
Gotta get home.
That's not helping much. But I guess ultimately it gets us there.
Can't believe she ditched me.
Cops think they own the place.
Just need a big score.
Okay, back to this bar. I can get past the motorcycles.
Someone must have smuggled this in.
A little classy for the joint, huh? No live music tonight, it seems.
Smash a bottle in here and everyone would go real quiet. It had better be an accident, or the man himself would have a word to say.
Yes, be good to speak to that man himself. Nothing seems to be going down here. bar with no tenure. Random people standing around.
Fabien, you old bloodhound. What can I do for the pride of the PD?
Finally. It's about a girl.
I was hoping you were in a talkative mood. It's about a girl.
Isn't it always? The young stay young, the old grow old, and somehow it always comes down to the heart.
She was here, so I'm told. Last night?
Listen, my friend. You know the rules. All sorts of people pass through. I don't ask their business, they don't ask mine. I mean,
right.
Is this court orders or a masquerade breach? Lay it out for me.
Yeah, I think there's a hunter.
I think there may be a hunter out there.
This girl Kindred?
No, but...
Then I don't see the problem.
Just bend a little, Oak Tree. Was the girl here? Name of Verona.
Fair Verona, huh? You sound rattled by this scene, buddy. I don't know the name. Why are you asking? If this isn't court or a breach of the mask. A hobby? A bird you've taken under your wing? Because there won't be trouble here, saint or sinner. Send her over if you want her to have a safe night out. But no who did what questions answered for you or for anyone. Not unless it's real kindred business.
I know it, I respect it, but this matters. I'll find a way to prove it.
Sure. I'll see you later, buddy.
Well... Hi. So that didn't go great. But I'm thinking I need to leave this place so I can collect my thoughts. Okay. So what do we know?
I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and to find my boss. It was his home from home.
So, the letter delivered to Miss Verona, along with the Metal Cross of St. James. Thick cardstock, marked a little bit from Verona's purse. The words are printed out in an elegant font and layout. It smells slightly of stale beer. You have spent your lifetime in unworthy pursuits with those who sin against nature. Your actions have earned you punishment. Make your peace. This is your last night on Earth. Well, that's a pretty direct threat. Rebar, forced into the ground and used by the killer to impale his victim. The signature move of the vampire hunter called by us Santiago, but known to the mortal world as the Rebar Killer, for obvious reasons. This has been at all the crime scenes. I guess the availability of building materials hasn't changed too much in 100 years. And persons of interest, we have Silky, leather-clad Hulk, who keeps the Dutchman bar neutral. It was his place, and he wouldn't tolerate violence, which was interesting for a Brujah. He was the solid rock of the sort you'd want on your side if you ever had to visit a hard place. Then there's Verona, a young woman who'd been threatened by a killer, or thought she had. Then there's Santiago. Killer first surfaced in the 20s, where they'd taken out a cigarette girl, Marla, in the back of the Macon bar. In 2024, Pandora had been killed in a very similar way. At both scenes, they'd left a metal cross of St. James. This was all feeling familiar. When Verona approached me with another metal cross and a death threat, I knew we were on to a serial killer who seemed to be back in business after 100 years. In the 1920s, the evidence was clear. Rebar through the body and the head torn off. The killer had set up Marla's death scene during daylight hours, and so had to be immortal. In the 20s, it was all rumored to be the work of a vampire hunter called Santiago. Their signature move was leaving that metal cross, called either the Cross or the Sword of St. James. The evidence was the killer was mortal, so that supported the Santiago theory. Okay, well, that's good to know. So is there something we were supposed to find in the bar that we didn't? I guess I could keep looking around. We did find a few things. The place is just so darn noisy.
was a jackhammer and some energetic shouting.
Yeah. Got nothing against enthusiastic singing, but it's nice if there's a little bit of skill behind it.
Silky only had 2 vintages of wine behind the bar. The white one and the red.
Yeah, that looks a bit expensive. Silky again. I don't seem to have any new information other than maybe the fact that somebody slipped in with some alcohol that they didn't buy here. I suppose that could be considered interesting. Well, we can see if there's anything new to say.
I don't have anything else to tell you. If your case isn't kindred related, you know the limits.
Answers lie in the legwork, as my old chief would say. I'll find you something.
Okay. Which seems to suggest that there's something here that I haven't found. And heck if I know what that might be. Who's this?
Well, if it ain't my favorite gumball.
It's Gumshoe, Captain, as I keep telling him.
Yeah, what is it? You found a crock of shit at the end of the rainbow?
Wheeler said you were in a good mood.
Wheeler said you were in a good mood.
Did he?
I guess he was wrong.
Let's just say a horse came in.
Uh-huh. Thought we could chat.
I thought maybe we could chew the fat. Maybe catch up a bit. Did you read my case report?
Your evidence? 20 pages on the goddamn sonic grid? It's in the trash, along with your beam Illuminati bullshit. I ain't got time for your crap. do your job.
But boss, this is important. Seattle's aural soundscape is a fusion of complex...
One more goddamn word and I'll staple your lips shut.
All right. Rebar killer. Anything to you?
I was wondering, you ever hear of the Rebar Killer? A case from back in the 1920s.
Long before my time. Name's familiar. Clue me in.
The news hounds called him the Rebar Killer because, well, he killed people using rebar. But for us, he was a hunter. Santiago.
Oh, shit, yeah. I've heard of Santiago. Took down a few of our big names, right? What about him?
Yeah. Macomb bar killer.
The Macomb killing last week. Same MO, boss. Rebar, a missing head, and the Sword of St. James.
So the puzzler of the precinct has another pet theory. Why should I listen this time?
Yeah? Wiped out a powerful kindred?
Because last time he was in Seattle, he wiped out several powerful kindred. He's a risk.
I get it. It's thin, but we wouldn't want the chief to think we were asleep at the wheel. So go tell him. And tell him I sent you.
Tell Campbell?
Yeah. This turns out to be something, I look good. If it ends up as dog shit, I tell him you slipped a leash. Get it?
I get it. I better go, boss.
Yeah, you'd better.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Does that mean we're going to get anything from Silky?
I don't have anything else to tell you. If your case isn't kindred related, you know the limits.
Answers lie in the legwork, as my old chief would say. I'll find you something.
Okay, so he is not impressed with my investigations, but it seems that the chief will be. The chief as in Campbell, whom we've never met because unfortunately he was dead the last time we were here.